There are legends in football whose talent defined an era, and there are tragedies whose stories transcend the game. This is the story of Paul Gascoigne, a genius with a ball at his feet, but perhaps the most mentally determined player the game has ever seen. Is Gazza the footballer with the greatest mental struggles in football history? Let's dive into a 25-year descent into brilliance, breakdowns, and bizarre behavior. Born in '67 in Gateshead, England, Gazza showed football brilliance from a young age. By 13, he was already being talked about in Newcastle youth circles, but while his feet danced, his mind struggled. At 10, Gazza saw his close friend die in a car accident. He later admitted he never processed that trauma. In his own words, "I became the clown to hide my fears." His talent got him a contract at Newcastle United in 1985, but even then, teammates reported erratic mood swings, depression, and obsessive-compulsive behavior. When Gazza signed for Tottenham Hotspur in 1988, he was electric on the pitch. He was unstoppable, but off it, he once brought a dead snake to a training and put it in teammates' locker. He prank called the club staff, sometimes in tears, pretending to be kidnapped. Gazza wasn't just eccentric, he was unraveling. Psychologists who later analyzed his behavior said he showed signs of bipolar disorder, PTSD, and ADHD. He was never formally diagnosed during his career. Against Italy, the world finally saw Gazza shine on the biggest stage. He played with his heart, tears, and reckless joy. But then came that moment. That single tear made him a national treasure and exposed the world his fragility. After the tournament, he spiraled, drinking escalated. He became addicted to painkillers. The FA and his club, rather than helping him, turned a blind eye. When Gazza moved to Lazio in 1992, Italy didn't know what was coming. He farted during the press conference, once he burped into a reporter's microphone live on air, he missed training due to hangovers and once disappeared for 2 days, only to be found fishing in Venice with a crate of beer. Teammates were bewildered, coaches gave up. Meanwhile, he was secretly battling bulimia, something rarely spoken about in men's sport at the time. Gazza's personal life became a storm of substance abuse, broken relationships, and arrests. In 1998, he was sacked from Middlesbrough after showing up drunk repeatedly. In 2000, he was admitted to rehab, one of the 30 times across his life. His marriage ended after years of domestic violence. He later admitted he beat her and even stalked her after their divorce. Gazza was not just broken, he was dangerous. After football, Gazza became a wandering ghost of his former self. Yes, in 2010 he showed up to a live hostage situation in Newcastle claiming he was a friend of the gunman and brought him chicken larger and fishing rod. The police didn't let him through. He had multiple near-death experiences due to alcohol poisoning. In 2016 he collapsed at a hotel, bloodied, drunk, alone. He has been sanctioned under the Mental Health Act more than once. Shortly after the 9/11 attacks, Gazza arrived at the party dressed as Osama Bin Laden. Friends begged him not to, the press destroyed him, but Gazza seemed immune to consequences or perhaps unaware of it. By 2015, he hit rock bottom. Gazza was arrested after trying to shoplift a frozen chicken, hiding inside suitcase while wearing flip-flops. He later said, "I just needed some dinner. It wasn't crime, it was survival." At the height of his addiction, Gazza began drinking cleaning products, aftershave just to feel the burn of alcohol. This wasn't partying, it was pure, relentless desperation. Most people go to rehab with hope. Gazza showed up with bottles of gin and vodka in his suitcase. He said he needed to survive rehab. It shows how deep the spiral went. He didn't know where the addiction ended and where he began. In recent years, Gazza made public attempts to stay sober. He appears on media, sometimes lucid, sometimes clearly still struggling. The question remains, when someone that was never helped recover from all of this? Paul Gascoigne's story isn't just a football brilliance, it's a tragedy of mental illness ignored by the system that only wants his talent, not his trauma. Was he the most mentally troubled footballer in football history? Quite possible. But he was also a reminder, behind every genius, there may be a battle we cannot see.